and you're up.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Greetings and welcome to Community Chats on Friday, May 8th. My name is Anthony Saracusa, the Director of Community Engagement at the University of Mississippi. And as I am every Wednesday and Friday, I'm joined by my distinguished colleagues, Jody Holland and Aaron Peiser-Oath. And as you all know by now, if you're regular viewers of the show, Community Chats are a conversation series with individuals in the Lafayette Oxford University community who are working hard to make a difference in our region. We come to you live on Facebook every Wednesday and Friday. Today, we're probably coming to you a little late because we had some technical difficulties, but you will be able to see this video live on Facebook, and we will be back with you on next Wednesday live on Facebook. Would you like to be interviewed on the show, or do you know somebody we should interview? Please be in touch with us. You can send us a direct message on Facebook, or you can connect with us on email, engaged@oldmiss.edu. This is a joint initiative with our friends at LOFT, Lafayette Oxford Foundation for Tomorrow. And if you'd like to learn more about LOFT and their awesome work, you can look at the first show that we did in this series, which is recorded and archived on Facebook. Today, we have the honor and privilege of being joined by Sha Simpson from the North Mississippi Regional Center, and we are so very lucky to have her on the show today to talk about the excellent work that she does with NMRC. Sha, welcome.
Hey there, how you guys? How's everybody?
Doing good, good. Thank you so much for being here. Let's jump right into it and hear a little bit about you and your story. Can you get us started by telling us where did you grow up and how did you end up in the Lafayette Oxford community?
Okay, I am from New Albany, Mississippi, born and raised right down the road, Highway 30. Dad was a big Ole Miss fan. I always had an affinity for Ole Miss. I knew that I would come here some way, somehow. Graduated from the wonderful New Albany High School, went to Boonville to Northeast Community College, got a liberal arts degree there, transferred to Ole Miss, and the rest is pretty much history.
Cool.
So that's pretty much how I ended up in Oxford. Like everybody says, you know, when you come to Oxford, you fall in love with the place and you somehow stay here. So I just kind of got sucked in, and you know, it's been wonderful ever since.
Well,
that's great.
Sha, yeah, that's just fantastic because you're not far from home where you grew up, but you're contributing to this city in Oxford and Lafayette. How did you land this position that you're in right now?
Okay, like any college student, you know, mom and dad were like, you need to get a job. I came here to NMRC. I started off as a direct care worker, like many of our staff out here did. You know, once I got that degree, I finished up. I applied for another position out here in staff development. I was a general orientation leader out here for a few months, and then I applied for a public relations type job. Since my background is in journalism, I got that BA at Ole Miss in journalism, so I landed in public information, and I've been here for, it'll be 3 years in June.
Cool.
Excellent.
And we're so glad to have you. So for people that aren't familiar with NMRC, will you just tell us a little bit about NMRC, what you do, who you serve?
Okay. To be short and brief, NMRC is a residential facility, intermediate care facility for individuals that have intellectual and developmental disabilities. So we do fall up under the Department of Mental Health, so we are a state-funded facility. But we work with those that have, like I mentioned, IDD or the intellectual and developmental disability. So, of course, we have several different departments and programs out here, but our main concern is the care of our clients, and we have what we call direct care workers who do CNA-type work with our clients day in and day out. So that's pretty much the gist of what we do out here.
That's great. What is CNA, Shane?
A certified nursing assistant.
Gotcha. Cool. Talk a little bit about your staff, the team. Like, what is the sort of the group that carries out this work at NMRC look like?
I would definitely have to commend and say, you know, our frontline workers that work day in and day out with our clients are truly the heartbeat of NMRC. You have to have a willingness to serve, and I think that is the biggest group that we do have out here. Of course, we have support staff We have social workers. We have, nursing 24/7. We have doctors out here. We have a business office. We have HR. Of course, public information, my department. We have 24/7 security out here, a psychology department. We have over 25 different departments out here. So,
Wow.
like was mentioned, we do, as a collective, we do have a large cohort out here. We were at one point the first or second largest employer in Lafayette County. I think we've dropped down to maybe number 3 or 4. But yes, we do have a lot of staff.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, Shay, yeah, you guys do have a comprehensive organization there, and it's pretty impressive what's been developed over the years. Can you tell the people who are watching this a little bit more? You said you want to be brief about the mission, but tell us a little bit more about specific programs that are out there for our individuals can understand more specificity in the organization.
Okay, so our ultimate goal, or our mission here at NMRC, is to provide our clients with the best quality care possible and to support them to be as independent as possible. Of course, we're realistic in knowing that some of our individuals, they range from mild to severe and profound. So we understand that some of those individuals, they will need more medical attention than others, things of that nature. However, speaking of community, we love to, one of our number one goals as well is to integrate them into the Oxford community and the LOU community as much as possible. So you'll see our clients out at different events, sporting events, trips to Walmart, things of that nature. We have a recreation therapy department. So what we try to do is to provide them with a sense of normalcy, whatever that normalcy may be. So I hope that helped a little bit, Jody.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so as an agency that runs volunteer programs, relies on other people to get involved and provide some of those programming aspects, what are some of the greatest challenges that you've experienced, either in this season when operations look a little bit different or in just day-to-day normal times? What are some of the challenges of doing this kind of work?
I would say right now it's definitely COVID-19 for us current. Of course, NMRC is considered to be a hub for volunteerism and research and things of that nature, and we're not able to have that community engagement like we would normally do. Usually around this time, we're gearing up for some NMRC events. We would have had our Special Olympics, things of that nature, and we weren't able to do any of that. Usually I'm on the phone with 50 to 100 volunteers during the semester. So to not have that opportunity, it has changed the scheme of things. I know I do have some volunteers that are interested in possibly writing letters to some of our clients and reaching out to them by phone. So I'm planning to work closely with social services when things change and people are coming back into the office to see if we can kind of get the ball rolling on that, because our clients miss our volunteers and our volunteers miss our clients. So that's how it's changed as of right now with COVID-19. I would say our biggest struggle or thing that we've faced as an organization for some years now, and you'll see it across the United States with healthcare facilities and intermediate care facilities, is basically like retention. Retention as far as staff are concerned and retention as far as volunteers are concerned. I know sometimes with my Ole Miss students and my Northwest students that come out here and volunteer, one of the biggest things is they have to come out here maybe for a class or a class credit or whatever the case may be. And a lot of them, they end up staying here because they fall in love with the place, they fall in love with the clients. But once again, like I said, retention, I think, is probably one of our biggest issues at the moment.
Yeah. Shay, it sounds like, it sounds like you all have been so resilient, though, in the midst of all that, continuing to provide services to your clients and to have a great team and continue to provide this excellent resource for the region. What are some of the greatest rewards that you've experienced as you've been a part of this work at NMRC?
Man, where do I begin? Like I said, I have a heart to serve. Like, I don't want to get super emotional and like cry, but I think in this day and age, especially with I guess you could say like my generation, we always want instant gratification. And I think this is actually one of the jobs where it's not necessarily instant, but knowing that I aid in being able to put a smile on a client's face day in and day out, I mean, it brings me so much joy. Like I said, I take on like a PR type role, so you'll see me with the camera around campus at times for NMRC events. Sometimes I'll just pop into a cottage and visit with clients and snap some pictures. They love taking pictures and sending them to their families or sending them to other staff here on campus. So just like in the smallest things like that, I find so much joy. Overall, I would have to say this has probably been one of the most humbling experiences of my life, to be able to work with the population that we serve. Prior to me coming out here, I did have a loved one who he did have some intellectual and developmental disabilities. And besides him and the individuals that, you know, I was in school with, I didn't have much interaction. And even in school, they were always almost ostracized in another classroom the entire day. So they never got to engage with us as high school students or middle school students. So when I came out here, of course, I was hesitant to jump head first in working with these individuals. But like I said, you immediately fall in love. I know we're not supposed to have favorites, but I have tons of artwork from clients in my office, you know, decorating my office. But yeah, they just bring me so much joy. I truly love this place.
Wow, thanks, Shay.
Shay, you can just hear the passion emerge in your voice with what you do. That's just amazing and awesome to know that you have that commitment to our community and the people that you serve. You spoke briefly about the volunteerism, and that's being an issue right now and some barriers. But what are some other ways that people in the community can contribute to the organization right now or in the future if they're interested in it?
Okay. One thing that I can say, of course, I keep up with legislative sessions, and one thing that we have had over the years is some significant budget cuts that have affected the way we're able to allocate and delegate funds out here. So one thing that I can say is, even though, you know, NMRC will probably continuously change through the years, we still need the support from the LOU community as far as, once again, when we can get volunteerism back up and running. If anybody in the community, a civic organization, a church, anyone is interested in coming out here to NMRC, please feel free to contact me. Secondly, I would say get involved with the NMRC Friends organization. It is headed by Miss Rena Buchanan, who is in the administration office, and you can contact us in order to get involved. It's simple. You'll sign up. It's $10 annually, and you will then be a friend of NMRC. Now, what does that involve? What does that mean? You will be invited out here to our Friends organization meetings, where we give updates as to what our clients are doing, special events that might be going on. And with that $10 that you pay annually, those funds go directly to the Friends organization account. And the Friends, they actually do incentives and morale boosters for our staff throughout the year with those monies, along with extra client activities that they might want to do. Every 2 years, NMRC has a huge prom, so some of that money is allocated there to be able to assist with extra things that our budget might not be able to cover, and things of that nature. So I think the NMRC Friends organization would probably be the best way to get involved, or to simply come see me.
That's awesome. But hey, look, speaking of getting involved, McDonald's is going to send you some value meals. So I'm going to send those to you for your time as a little promotion for them. They like to help us out. So thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Shay, you inspire me every time I talk to you. Just your work at NMRC, but also just your leadership in the community. And so if you had just a minute to share any message to the citizens of LOU, what would you say? What do you most want to share with them in this moment?
Man, you know, I work for several nonprofits in the community, and my heart is here with NMRC, and I could just say, come see us. It'll change your perspective. If you're a newcomer to Oxford, I mean, there are several Oxonians that have lived here forever, and they never knew about NMRC. And like, I've been in the store, you know, with my shirt on or my badge, and they're like, what is that place? Where is it located? I'm like, we literally sit on a lot of acres of land, and we're right off of Highway 7. So, like, I just highly encourage the community, if you have not came to visit, come for a tour. if you're hesitant to get involved directly with our clients by being a volunteer, I'll be happy to help you in that process of just getting your feet wet. So that's what I would say. Just come visit, come change your perspective, let you fall in love with these clients like I have.
Wow, that is so cool. We are so lucky in the Office of Community Engagement and on Community Chats to be able to talk to people like you, Shay. And our region is so deeply enriched by your leadership. We had Ms. Janice Carr on the show earlier this week. She likewise is doing some amazing work on the ground, and I just am so grateful to you and for the work that you do and for NMRC. And we'll be sure to provide some links in the comments section on the video so folks can sign up with friends, and we can highlight those ways they can contribute and take a tour. So thank you for being on the show today and for all the work that you do at NMRC. And to all of our viewers, I want to thank you all for tuning in to the Community Chat series. I want to also share that we are going to be back again next Wednesday with Mary Margaret Andrews from the Doors of Hope Transition Ministries, another extraordinary organization in the LOU community. You want to know about that group. You want to know how you can contribute. So be sure to tune in on next Wednesday. And in the meantime, please like this video, comment on us, let us know you're out there and that you're engaging with this, and share this live feed with your friends. Stay engaged, stay safe, and we'll see you on next Wednesday.